It's the Robert IDK Show!
Yeah!
And here's your host, Robert IDK!
Alright, I'm just gonna sit down and start yapping. My friends, we are going to look at the first ever Storytime animation that ever existed on all of YouTube. Confessions of a Disney Employee 15 years ago. I watched this video when I was but a wee little lad. If you like the odd ones out, JaidenAnimations, Haminations, Socks Animations, Let Me Explain Studios, all these people, you have this man to thank. Confessions of a Disney Employee. This man worked at Disney and told animated stories about it on YouTube before anyone ever did something like that. This is legendary. You need to see this. I have not seen this in at least 12 years. So this is basically gonna be fresh to me. I'm so excited to watch this. This series is a classic and we are gonna watch Confessions of a Disney Employee 1, 2, and 3. I have never seen 3, but it looks like it has a much more advanced animation style, so I'm super pumped. Guys, lock in with me. This is actually going to be so much fun. Boop the like button for me before we even get started, because we're gonna lock in so hard that you won't even think to do that. So if you could do that for me now, I would appreciate it. If you dig this, support Swoozie, the OG, and let's go. Robert IDK, Swoozie, Confessions of a Disney Employee, Ichi ni san. Go.
So my first part-time job was at MGM Studios in Orlando, Florida. They call it Hollywood Studios now, but to me, it's always going to be MGM. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been to Disney, and no matter what park you go to, there's always going to be certain types of things going on behind the scenes that none of you guys are aware of. But there's layers and categories that divide all the Disney employees. You have the people that have worked there for 15 years, and they have their little pen, and they've met their boyfriend or girlfriend there, and they're getting married on property, and it's a whole Disney-themed wedding. Yeah, you got those people there. You have the people that take their job too seriously. You have the
yeah, you think you're a Disney adult? Try working at Disney for 15 years and having your wedding there, bro. That's a Disney adult.
You have the people that take their job too seriously. You have the costume and the non-costume. You got the non-costume people, they're smiling all the time. They're just a little bit awkward to be around. And then you have the costume people who believe they are those Disney characters. Kids are sitting on a bench somewhere, you know, drinking a soda, and they'll run up and slap the drink out of the kid's hands. Like, kids, quick, come on! I just stole this loaf of bread from the marketplace because I'm poor.
Keep me safe.
And guess what? You're poor too. Sultan's guards are coming. Let's
Keep
run.
me safe. Stab that man.
Let's sing a song while we run. Gotta keep one jump ahead of the lawmen. I never had a problem working with those people.
Yeah, they're for
real. You have
real.
people like me who would show up to work on time, clock in, do their job, clock out, not cause any problems.
Smooth.
And I love working with people like me because I'm awesome. Now, the people I didn't like working with, the snitches.
Oh, they get
Disney
stitches.
snitches are the worst.
Oh, man. Yeah, Disney snitches are the worst because y'all know snitches get stitches. Shout out to Lilo. Disney snitches are the worst because they really get stitches. You should be cackling. You clearly did not hear what I just said. I just said something so funny and so clever. You should be cackling. And so that's how I know you're not listening.
Lilo the stitches.
Yes.
It was okay.
No!
I'm just kidding.
Disney snitches are the worst.
Shout
Their
out to
sole
Lilo.
objective when they come to work is to pretty much just rat and snitch on everybody else. They think they're like spies. In reality, they're coming to work and they're jumping into their 1984 Honda Civic, but in their mind,
Reliable
they're in
car.
an Aston Martin cruising in an MI6. Like they're a 00 agent and they work for British Secret Intelligence. There was one day I went into work and they put me outside of my ride and I was not in the best of moods to be all smiley. And in the corner of my eye, I see the other greeter standing there and he's just there tapping his foot. You know, he's staring at me with his hands on his hips like, oh, he thinks he's all slick. I see him go over to the phone. 2 minutes later, a manager shows up. Anyways, I got reprimanded that day, and I'm like, dude,
Wow.
you're 38. Why are you ratting on some 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Like, really, man, come on. But don't get me started on the managers over there, okay? I can't talk for other Disney parks, but the managers at MGM in my section, oh, wow. Okay, so we had 5 managers, and they would rotate every week, and 4 out of those 5 managers hated my guts.
Oh, no!
One of them was black. And you'd figured the one black guy would be the one that liked me. No. The black guy hated me the most. See, you can't give some black people power.
Now I know. I definitely know you didn't hear that. Close your eyes and listen to this line and let me know if you think that a Storytime animator would say this in a video today.
See, you can't give some black people power.
Listen, guys, the internet used to be a very different place, okay?
Now, the managers didn't start off harassing me. Like, this happened about 6 months in, and everything was magical at first. Like, at orientation, that was probably the best orientation I've ever had for any of my jobs ever. Like,
because you get the
group all the new
Simba
people up,
thing
you
on your
skip
forehead.
the lines, and we all go on rides together. You play team building games with your whole group, and it's like they seal the deal with free food.
Bro.
One thing I will say, Disney has the best employee food anywhere. It's pretty much the same thing they feed the guests, but it's like 70% off. And I can't speak for anybody else, but if you ever want me to do something, doesn't matter how
Disney
crazy it is,
food.
take me out and give me free food. If that orientation lady would have sat down next, I probably shouldn't even say this on this video, but anyways, if that orientation lady would have sat down next to me and leaned over and whispered like all quiet, like, Adonde, we're glad you're having a good time. Welcome to the team, but we need you to kidnap the Prime Minister of Australia's daughter tonight. I would have looked up at her like, yo, get me on a plane now. Forget
Get me
Inception
on a
and
plane.
let's go 4 layers deep and plant a little idea of seed like a parasite. No. If you want me to do anything, bump all that. Just like take me to P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's, give him that Disney burger. This feels like an appropriate time for me to tell you that I used to pay for a few years. I paid for a Six Flags membership that I used once or twice, and I paid for the thing where you get free food and drink when you go there. I went there one time, I got a turkey sandwich. I swear on my life, it was the most pathetic food I've ever received in my entire life. It was literally, you know how when you have cold cuts of turkey, you like fold it over itself, you put a few layers. I swear on you, the turkey sandwich was pita bread with 1 slice of cold cut turkey. And that was my food that I was paying for to get free when I came into the park. Pathetic.
Disney knows what they're doing, but they kind of brainwash their employees, and it's not a natural thing.
They
And to
brainwash their
smile
fans
for
too.
8 hours a day, every day, and listen to that same
They're all
every single day, your eye starts to twitch. And you start to like tick, like you get these weird little ticks. There's gonna be some side effects. Same way there's side effects with Viagra, you know, like if your excitement lasts for more than 14 days, please consult a physician. See, those kind of side effects, like they warn you about. But at Disney, they never warn you about the side effects.
True.
Disney employees, they snap. And you never see the ones that snap because it's always when you go to lunch break, you raise your hand to clock out, and then something psychologically fires in your mind. And you just turn into a zombie and you just keep walking
Now
to
you're
the parking
Disney
lot and just jump in their car and just
It's
go.
like Severance, bro. It's like Severance. When you're in Disney World, you are in Disney World. If you know your world that you typically live in, no, when you in Disney World, you in Disney World. Anything else you got going on in your life, you better forget about it.
And you just turn into a zombie and you just keep walking to the parking lot and just jump in their car and just go. You should never come back. I snapped. And you just become self-aware, you know, you want to stop working, but you just figure, So what do? I start showing up late on purpose.
Sheesh.
First it was 5 minutes, then it was 10 minutes.
10?
Then I bumped it up to 30 minutes.
30?
And nobody would notice. I had to step it up a little bit. So what do I do next? I start stealing. And I didn't want to steal anything too crazy.
These are the
I didn't want to get in any
confessions.
serious trouble. So what do I steal? Okay? First I started stealing
Knickknacks.
pencils. I'm Disney brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? So like stealing pencils is a big deal. And obviously nobody noticed. So what do I start stealing? In front of the Indiana Jones show, we have the magnetic clipboard that we post at times. Yeah. No more 8:30 shows. I stole all the 8:30
No
show
way!
mags. I don't know what came over me. I was just standing there. I was like,
That's
boom,
crazy.
You're coming with me. Thug life, baby. Okay, get on my level.
So did this show still happen and people just didn't know about it? That's actually a crazy thing to do. I don't know what would possess you to do that.
Boom, you're coming with me. Thug life, baby.
Okay, but
get on my
thug
level.
life, that's
and
fair.
Then one night, you know, my shift is over. I'm about to go home, and then some random manager from a completely other section of the park comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you, hey, kid, what's your name tag say? Adonde.
Adonde.
Adamantium, come with me." I'm walking with this guy. I'm like, "What's up, man? I'm about to go home." He's like, "No, you're not going home. We need you." All right, a company
For
just rented out
8:30
the
shows.
parks, and they only rented out half the park. So you see over there by Star Wars where there's no lights and it's pitch black and there's a bunch of roaches scattering around and Lord knows what over there?
Yeah.
We need you to stand there for about 3 hours. And I'm looking at this guy like, you're kidding, right? I gotta go home, man. I got school tomorrow. You're like, well, look, buddy, I'm sorry. Okay, we all got things to do tomorrow, but you gotta stand over there.
No, this is your only job, bro. You don't go to school. Adonde does have other stuff to do tomorrow that isn't Disney. I know you have something to do tomorrow, and it's more Disney. This is different.
Okay, we all got things to do tomorrow, but you gotta stand over there. In case any guests get lost.
Dude, what they don't tell you, if you are not old enough to have had a part-time job yet, if you've never had a part-time job, the thing about part-time jobs, you are part-time, but the people who are full-time at that job, that's their whole life, and they will not treat you as if you have a life beyond this. The stuff that they are telling you is so important to them. And for you, it's like, sorry, homie, I just work here, and I only work here sometimes. So you trying to tell me that what you are telling me about supersedes everything I got going on in my real life? It ain't happening, I'm sorry.
But you gotta stand over there. In case any guests get lost, we need you to stand over there in the darkness, and if they walk over to you, redirect them back over to civilization where all the partying is, okay? We're gonna all be over here, you stand right over there. I'm like, okay, well, how long do I have to stand over there? Maybe a few hours, I'll come and let you know.
Wow.
I'm over there standing.
Few hours.
The longer I stand there, the more heated I get. This guy's talking to me like I'm a mutt. He's talking to me like I'm an animal? What do you think I am? Why am I the only person standing over here? I don't see anybody else. I quit.
Meditate.
I'm out of here. Peace. I'm walking. I'm done. That's it. I don't care what happens. I am done. I hope that guy sees me walking out. And as I'm about to get to wardrobe to clock out, I look down the street and all I see are Disney chefs and the entire road is full of just free Disney food.
Let's go.
Chefs are tossing pancakes in the air in slow motion. You got chefs on the grill.
Yo.
Free food galore. And that comes as one of the packages. Like you can rent out the park and the entire park is catered.
Let's go.
I gotta get some of this food. But it's like all rich old people around. Like I can't blend in right now. You know, I assess the situation and I realize, okay, 1, I'm rehiring myself. 2, I gotta find out what the deal is with all this.
Okay, 1, I'm rehiring myself. Yo, Swoozy is clean with it. He's too clean with it. This is why this video, even with its simple animation, has 25 million views. Because Swoozy is too clean with the commentary. His delivery, fantastic. Fantastic. I love you, Swoozy. I cannot wait. Like, if you guys think this is fire, like, The Confessions of a Disney Employee 3 is only 4 years old. It has a super advanced, like, sick editing style. I cannot wait for it. And I can't wait for it either, Robert. Mickey, what are you doing here? You didn't think we'd watch Confessions of a Disney Employee and I wouldn't be involved, huh? Well, I guess I just am surprised because you were a main character on this channel in 2020 and you really haven't shown up frequently since then. Yeah, I know, but I think that you should have me in this video. I don't know about that, Mickey. Should I really do that? Come on, Robert. Just be nice to him.
Okay, 1, I'm rehiring myself. 2, I gotta find out what the deal is with all this. So next day I come into work and I pull aside one of the employees that have been there for like 3 years and I'm like, yeah, people can rent out the parks? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, crazy question, I know. So they always have free food like that? Or how does that work? Like, yeah, they always get free food. Okay. Crazy question. I mean, what if an employee like got caught sneaking in and trying to eat some of the free food?
They tie you to a radiator.
And she looked at me and she was like,
Termination on the spot.
okay, that's how I'm going out. I'm going out in
a blaze of glory.
Of bacon, sausage, and eggs. So about a month later, another group rents out the park.
That's how I'm going out.
So now I'm just sizing everybody up. I'm like, no, still, I can't blend in with you guys. But
gotta
2
bring a
months after
pedestrian
that,
shirt, bro.
a high school rents out the entire park.
Wow,
And we only had
rich
2
school.
shows at Indiana Jones that night. So I'm telling myself, this is it. This is it. We do our 2 shows, and the instant that second show ends, I'm like, pew! Like I ninja. Like I'm hopping from rooftops on the Disney rides to get to wardrobe. I change, and now my new mission is how do I get back wearing civilian clothing without any security seeing you. I spent too many hours playing Metal Gear Solid.
Let's go!
Hideo Kojima, do not fail me now.
Let's go! Otacon, do you hear me? I'm trying to get one of those delicious Disney burgers. Oh, Snake, I don't know if it's safe for you to do that. Otacon, get a hold of yourself. I need to get one of the Disney burgers. This is like one of my Japanese animes.
Hideo Kojima, do not fail me now, okay? I'm leaning up against walls. I'm in bushes. I had the little cardboard box that I'm creeping around in. You know, in the security wall.
Just like Snake.
You ain't gonna hear that. I make it back out there. I grab a plate, and it's like hamburgers, chicken, pasta. I'm eating French toast for no reason. Yeah, seafood, steak,
How
ribs,
rich is this
Pillsbury
school?
Doughboy. It's like doing cartwheels in the background, like hee 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 hee. They have fish. They have everything. They have gummy berry juice. You know, from the cartoon, the potion that they drink, they actually
that's
have the
gross.
real
That must be
gummy
pure
berry juice
corn
there.
syrup.
I ate so much food. Oh my gosh. I showed them. My kids might be obese because of some of the stuff that I did that night. And then I realized, like, crap, I don't want to be the one kid that's running around by himself eating all this food, so I gotta blend in. So I look around and I find these group of kids, and I just kind of chameleon my way into their little clique. Next thing you know, me and my new BFFs, we're going on all the rides together.
Yo.
It was one of the best nights.
They have no idea
of
you
my life.
work
they never
there.
Caught me. They never found out about it. Yeah, Disney, I got a confession. I quit about a few months later, so I don't work for Disney anymore. But I will say, I know it sounds bad, but working for Disney was amazing, awesome experience. And I tell you guys all of that to get to this. If you guys know anybody that looks even remotely like me,
It wasn't
this is what
me.
I look like. If you know anybody that looks even remotely like me, that lives maybe in the LA or Orlando area and works at Disney and has an ID that's valid, that looks like me, that I can use to get back onto Disney property, please send this video to them. They need to see this video. Help your boy Susie out, okay?
That's
Because with a
funny.
valid-
Yo, my man Swoozy kept it real. That video is a classic. Absolute classic. That one was 11 minutes long. Next one we're gonna watch, The Confessions of a Disney Employee 2, is only 6.5 minutes long, and then we're gonna get to this slapperino that I have never seen, but Mickey Mouse is already doing a smear frame slapperino right there, so I'm very excited.
You just wait, Robert. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Okay, Mickey, I thought we left you in the past, but...
Robert, you can't kill me that easy. And if you ever say something like that again, I'm gonna strangle you while you sleep.
Okay, for anybody that's new here, this is how the confessions videos work. I used to work at Disney. I air a little bit of Disney's dirty laundry, and then I air a little bit of my dirty laundry. Now, when I worked for the Mouse, it became blatantly obvious to me that they were brainwashing the employees. Let me tell you how I figured this out. I took my family to Disney one time. We were on the monorail. There was a little girl standing by the door, and I kind of twitched and put my hand out, and I was like, "Madam, please stand clear of the door. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas."
Agreed.
My mom looked at me and she was like, "You're failing high school Spanish, but you just fluently told that little girl to get away from the door and sit down." I don't know what you're talking about. I just blacked out. What did I say? That was the second time I ever rode the monorail. Tell me how I knew that. They're brainwashing us. Now, if Disney brainwashes their employees, just imagine for a second what they might do to the people that bring money into the parks.
Yeah.
Think about it. From the time you drive over that invisible line and you're on Disney's property, you see over 100
You are their
subliminal
victim.
Mickeys on an average trip to the park. And I would sit back and wonder what it was like for the first wave of cast members, like back in the 50s and 60s, like that first cast member that realized that something was up. Probably went to his manager like, is it just me, or is Mickey's face in a lot of places around here that it shouldn't be?
Hidden
Well,
Mickeys.
golly, son, what do you mean? Is everything okay? No, it's just weird because I'll work a regular shift here and then I'll clock out and go home, and every time I close my eyes, I
I
see
see
Mickey's
that
face.
darn face.
Well, you better get used to it. This face has made a lot of money.
Yes, Mickey, we know that not thousands of dollars, not millions of dollars, but not billions, but tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars have been made off of your face. So good job, Mickey. You are the rich that people talk about eating.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Robert. Disney only stands for good family values and taking over the world.
Aha! I heard you! I heard that, Mickey!
You didn't hear anything. Brainwash attack!
What the? Oh, I guess I'm filming a video right now. Okay.
Every time I close my eyes, I see Mickey's face. Gee willikers, well, I better look into this right away. Give me 1 second.
He knows. Send in the cleaner.
I'm just telling y'all, watch out for the
cleaner.
subliminal Mickeys. Do they call them hidden Mickeys now? Because it sounds less brainwashy. You know, the general public started finding out about this, so they decided to make it like a game. Like,
Hey, everybody, go see how many hidden Mickeys you can find.
the kids run off like,
Yeah, let's get Mickey tattoos on our forehead.
oh, and before I forget, last Disney Confessions, I told you guys how amazing the Disney food was. Disney has turned me into a liar now, because I went back there 2 months ago, and the food quality has gone way down.
Oh,
and
no.
for whatever reason, they doubled the price. You
Oh,
know you got
no.
a problem when me and all my black friends come to the parks and we won't even eat your chicken. I mean, that's code red. Okay, moving on. Attention would-be troublemakers that go into Disney, don't go up in there trying to be all cute. Let me tell you why. A lot of you don't know this, but Disney
Cameras
has secret
everywhere.
service. I came into work one day, I'm walking up to greeter spot, and this guy in t-shirt and jeans comes up and he's like, "Which way did they go?" Girl was like, "That away!" Pshong! Took off. I go up to her and I'm like, what the heck was that all about?
Some punk kids just stole from one of the vendors.
And who was that guy that just came up to you?
Disney Secret Service.
What?
Disney has special security that dresses up like guests, and they blend in. Don't ever tell
Crazy.
anybody, okay?
Okay, I won't.
Don't tell anybody. Yo, shout out. This is what YouTube used to look like, first of all. I guess this is when they first did widescreen videos. I guess I just realized. Was that last video even widescreen? Was the last video was widescreen, right? I would have known. That would have been right when widescreen was brand new. So we're lucky about that. One thing I will point out here, you guys, back in the day when you would first upload a video to YouTube, it would get stuck at 301 views and you wouldn't get an update on the view count until later in the day, if not the next day. So when you see 301 views here and then over 1,000 likes, that's not even Photoshop. That's not even fake. That is what it would look like. You would see 301 views on basically any video that was new that got over 301 views in the first few hours. Just some YouTube lore from another OG who's been here way too long.
And see, that info changed a lot for me because this was the weekend right after I stole all the 8:30 shows. This cancels out
Word.
pretty much 90% of all my other devious plots that I had in motion. And the managers, every time I came in for a shift, was still going out of their way to make my job as painful as possible. You know, I actually tried to transfer to Tower of Terror because that was my favorite ride at the time. I get to Tower of Terror, there's a 10-year wait to transfer over there. What I found out was at the time,
I don't want
was
all
the
that terror.
only Disney ride on any Disney property that you didn't have to smile. You could show up looking all depressed like you hate life, and it worked because it themed with the overall ride.
That's
And
so
everybody
funny.
thinks that
That's
you're
such a
just
good
in
point.
character. People from Disneyland Tokyo were trying to get up into that ride. And to be completely honest, I loved working at Indiana Jones, so I figured if I can't get into Tower of Terror, I'm just gonna stick it out here. But the managers would just harass me daily. It got so...
Yo, we talked about Tower of Terror in a video way back in the day. I do not remember when we talked about the Tower of Terror. Oh, you know what it was? I swear, Rebecca Parham, Let Me Explain Studios, talked about Disney parks in a video, and we talked about the Tower of Terror, and we did a watch of the Tower of Terror. Yo, it was sick. I would not want to work there, though. Too dark, too gloomy, bro.
And to be completely honest, I loved working at Indiana Jones, so I figured if I can't get into Tower of Terror, I'm just gonna stick it out here. But the managers would just harass me daily. It got so bad, y'all, that I had to start taking my breaks in other people's break rooms. And something I learned really quick is Disney spoils the crap out of their character performers. In my break room, we got a rinky-dink TV from 1988, a VCR, and that's it. I walk into one of these character break rooms, they got a flat screen, snack bar, Guitar Hero. A lot of you guests will never know this because you never see behind the curtain. And honestly, you know what? I'm okay with that. It's just these managers. One day, Ron humiliated me so bad in front of the entire staff. And obviously, I can't do nothing to him. He's my manager. So you know who I took it out on? The guests. So I'm at Indiana Jones. Show started. We had two main rules at Epic. Don't let anybody sit in the aisles on the stairs. And don't let anybody in through the exits once the show starts. That's it. I'm posted at the second exit. This family walks up to me and the dad goes,
Yes, me and my family were visiting from England, and if it's not too much trouble, sir, could we just sit right over there on that empty bench, please?
Sorry, man. Once the show starts, can't let anybody in.
We've only missed 10 minutes, so we visited the other parks, and the bus just took so terribly long. We leave for the airport in about 40 minutes. If we could just sit right over there on that bench, sir, please.
Sorry, man. Can't let anybody in through the exit once the show starts.
Sir, but We're from England. Mm-hmm. Sir, please, I've spent all of my money on this trip. Once we get back home in England, I have to leave my family and work on an oil rig for 6 months, sir, because we have no more money.
For 6 months?
Yes, sir, please.
No.
Please, please, let me and my family in. We're from England.
No.
Please, sir. Sir, we just want to see Indy. Please, my children love Indy, sir. Please. You see that rock over there, sir? We'll even sit on the rock. Look at the sharp edges, sir. We probably cut ourselves and bleed to death on it. We don't care. Just please. Please.
Let me think about it. No.
Savage.
Thank you, sir. Good day.
And he turned and he started walking away with his family.
Oh, that was a man? Listen, if he was talking to me like that, I would have said no too. No, I'm just kidding. I myself talk in a high voice a lot of the time, but if I am asking for a thing from a person, I will speak to them not the way that he spoke.
Oh, but please, we are just poor people from England. We would just love to see Indy. I'm so sorry.
That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
And he turned and he started walking away with his family. I was like, Adonde, don't look ice cold. All right, you're just doing your job. I did take a glance over my shoulder. They were all
crying.
Fast forward 2 years, I get a job as a lifeguard working at a Hard Rock Hotel, and I'm sitting up at the pool watching the water. Boom, it just hits me. It's like, dude, you ruined their vacation. That little boy was crying as he walked away. You know what? From this day on, I'm gonna go out of my way.
Be nice.
And strive to be the best employee that I can possibly be. I'm not gonna get in competition with any of my coworkers. I'm just gonna try to outdo myself. Would you guys believe that it got to the point where I was walking out of my job with $150 cash in my pocket from tips? That's unheard of as a lifeguard. I don't care if you're retail,
how do you get tips as a lifeguard?
Cast member, non-cast member. I'm gonna challenge you to be the best, whatever it is that you're doing. When you guys develop really good work ethics, you can apply that stuff to other parts of your life, and trust me, it'll open up a whole new world.
Word.
With new fantastic points of view.
A whole new world with new fantastic points of view. On the way up here, crystal clear, they say we must be dreaming. A whole new world, fantastic, yes, it's how you can. Yeah, get you somebody who can do both. You see, that second voice, that was like the dad. That was like the dad a second ago. But that first voice, that's how he should have talked. Anyways, Confessions of a Disney Employee 3. I really hope we don't see that jerk Mickey. I do not really like him.
Robert, what the heck? I really hate you. Why would you talk to me like that? I'll give you a smack like I do in this thumbnail.
Mickey, wow, I never knew you were so bad at singing. I thought your voice would be better and a little more clever, but that was just the worst thing you could sing. Okay, here we go.
Think about your favorite place you've ever worked. For me, still Disney. And I don't know if it was my love for Disney or if I just love to get out the house. If you've ever had overprotective parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I first got my car, my mom was calling me every 2.5 seconds.
Where are you? I just looked in your room. And you're not here.
Mom, it's 9 in the morning.
Not the black light.
I'm at school. And every time you leave the house, you feel like you're Michael Scofield for a few hours, breaking out of jail. So I never talked about this in my other Disney videos, but I actually remember the day I went in to apply. You start with a phone interview, and if you do good on the phone interview, they bring you in for the hard stuff. The personality
Do you
test.
pledge allegiance to
I had
Mickey?
a friend, William, who worked custodial at Magic Kingdom, so he helped coach me on how to take the test.
Yeah.
All I know is I wanted to work with something in food, because all I remembered from every time I've ever went to Disney ever was how amazing the food smelled. And I also very clearly remember my parents never buying me food ever at Disney. We're at Disney for 8 hours and I'm like,
Dad, I'm hungry. Please.
Dad, please. I'm from England. I flew in here and I have to fly away in 40 minutes. Dad, can you please get me food? I'm from England.
No son of mine will ever speak like that. You will starve until you learn. That's how that goes, so don't talk like that.
The food is too expensive here.
when we'd walk past restaurants, I had to use every ounce of willpower not to crawl over to other families and be like,
Are you guys done with that chicken?
so I just assumed if I worked in food and beverage, I'm gonna get free food. So I know it sounds a little crazy, but my goal was to be that guy at that kiosk selling the Mickey Mouse ice cream bars. So I go in, I smash that personality test.
Oh, Ness from Smash Bros.
Congratulations, you're hired. Which park do you want to work at? Studios? Okay, well, here are all the available positions at studios.
Okay. Indiana Jones.
Okay, so if you select food and beverage, you'll be handling money,
Oh no.
and you gotta take a math test.
No.
I get this math test. I haven't seen questions this easy since the 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
Addition, subtraction, multiplication. I give it back to her.
You're kind of stupid.
You failed. Do you want to pick maybe another position?
I know that if y'all took a basic math test that you know you passed and you failed, you would feel some type of way too.
Yes.
Instantly kicked into thug mode. Talk to me nice, or don't talk at all. I stay hugging the
Yeah.
block. Lady, is you disrespecting my gangster right now? Ask about me. Man, give me that test. In my head, that's how I sounded, but maybe in reality it came out something like,
Oh no.
Please tell me I did right on the math test. I'm from England. That's probably how it came out. That's probably how it came out for real.
maybe in reality it came out something like,
Oh no, that is not Oakley Dokley. May I retake it, please?
take the test again, give it back to her.
You failed.
Sorry,
You
you're
sure
still
you
an
don't wanna
idiot.
do, I don't know anything else.
So I picked attractions, and that's how I ended up working at the Indiana Jones show. Something else that happens whenever I go to the park with my friends, a lot of people stop me and they tell me they applied for Disney because they saw the other videos. I'm gonna warn you right now, you gonna stand a lot. This is how they sneakily prepare you for this at orientation. They just say stuff like, while you're at work, don't lean.
Don't lean.
Here's the thing, I'm
I'd fail.
a gamer, and the standing position is my enemy. You remember in Lion King when Simba ran away and he was laying there in the desert about to die? That was me 10 minutes after I clocked in on my first day. I'm laying there, my lips are all chapped. Water. Also, smiling all the time at Disney as an employee is in the job description. I would
You
do
gotta
that.
do it.
However, smiling when nobody's around, I'm not gonna do that. When people come around the corner and they're walking by, I'm gonna smile like, hey, hi, how you doing? Have a nice day. That's part of my job description. But when there's nobody around and it's me and you at greeter spot, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
sit
keep
here
it
like,
cold.
I'm so happy.
If somebody from my hood came to the park and saw me from a distance smiling for no reason, my hood card would get invalidated
Gone.
instantly. A lot of y'all don't know this, and I probably shouldn't reveal this in the video, but at this point, it's whatever. We have secret black people meetings. Like when Nick Cannon wore that leopard outfit to, I don't know, some MTV award show. My parents woke me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Adante, wake up! Emergency meeting right now!
We're all here on Skype with the West Coast chapter, like they're trying to figure out what to do with
Coast
this
chapter.
dude. And we all voted to take his black card and put him on a 30-day probation.
What?
This is a real thing. I'm not making this up.
Just because of the
I can't
cheetah
be
print?
out here smiling for no reason.
Yeah, no, it was a tough vote, but we had to do what we had to do. When we have these meetings, you know, sometimes we gotta make some hard choices, and Adante's right. We do that sometimes. It's tough.
Full stop. I had a great experience working with the company. However, I feel like with my managers and my coworkers, there's a lot of stuff and a lot of situations that could have been handled differently. No tea, no shade. I was the perfect Disney cast member when I first got hired, but there's a lot of things that happened that kind of just pushed me to
The edge.
Karens. And I don't mean guests and people coming into the park. I mean my coworkers.
Ah.
The first tiff I ran into at work was the second weekend after I got hired. But I do remember at training, the guy that trained me, his name was John. John said, blah, 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 stairs.
Good
Is all
point.
I remember. And I don't know how many of y'all know this, but every single Indiana Jones show sells out. His family comes up to me. Sir, we have...
Oh, is that the show where the boulder goes and crushes the guy and they pretend it wasn't supposed to happen? Is that the show he's talking about? Yeah, stunt show fail. It's supposed to, but that's what's supposed to happen, right?
Launches a massive prop boulder suddenly went off
Oh,
track.
it actually went the
A Disney
wrong
cast member was
way.
knocked to the ground by that prop that weighs hundreds of pounds.
No, it doesn't. That does not weigh hundreds of pounds. That bounced.
His family comes up to me. Sir, we have nowhere to sit. May we
We're
just
from
sit right here on the
England.
floor? Yeah, why not? Sure, you can sit right there. I put the family on the stairs, go to break, 15 minutes later, come back. So I'm chilling at greeter. Sarah walks up to me.
Okay, that's crazy. I caught this family sitting on the stairs, and they told me that you told them that they could sit on the stairs.
Oh, Disney
This
snitch.
grown woman really just brought an audience
Disney.
to disrespect my gangster right now?
Disney snitch.
My inner gangster popped off. Yo, talk to me nice or don't talk at all. I'll put you on citizen right now. In reality, what I most likely said was,
I'm from England.
I let him sit on the stairs. Wow.
Who said that you could do that?
John told me I could do it.
Yeah, John Disney.
John told you this? Well, let's go talk to him.
John
Sarah
Disney
takes
said I
me
could.
and herself out of rotation, walk all the way over to Star Tours.
Is John? Where's John?
What a
Is John
psycho.
over in this section?
No. We leave Star Tours and she's going to like every attraction. She's over here like,
No sleep. Star Tours. Toy Story Mania. Tram. Another tram. Another tram. Plane. Tokyo Disney. No sleep.
we finally find John in another section of the park.
Tell John what you just told me.
We can let people sit on the stairs? No, we can't. No, I'd never told you that. John was looking at us like,
Why'd you come here for this?
why are y'all even here? You see what I mean? These are the kind of people I had to work with
Disney
at my
snitch.
attraction
They get
every single day.
stitches.
But let me tell y'all who the real stars of Disney are. The guests. Y'all need Jesus. Do y'all know that there are guests out there who their life mission is to end up at Disney jail? I'm being dead serious. Google, look it up. How funny would it be if Disney jail was like a speakeasy private club, you know?
Whoa.
There's a guy next to a soda machine.
That's where the
right?
true
When you walk up to
hardened
the guy, he's gonna
criminals
be like,
lie.
"What's the password?"
Misa, Mosca, Mickey Mouse.
You go behind the
Good
soda
job.
machine, you walk down a tunnel, you jump on a slide and get into a bottom floor, and you first enter, there's a bunch of Disney characters. It's the Mickey Mouse jailhouse. Come inside, there's fun inside. And Mickey's over there
Yay.
like, everybody say, oh, Toodles! Toodles is over there sharpening his toothbrush, making a shank. That would also
Wow.
explain why we don't see any more Disney villains in the parks, because they're all in Disney jail and doing meet and greets. You got the photo pass
Word.
guy taking your mugshot, and you know they got a food court down in there. And each prison cell has different themes. How funny would it be if at the end of your jail sentence, like Mickey's there to try to scare you straight, like they put you in that interrogation room? You think this is a game? You think this is a game? They leave, the next family comes in. Get that camera out of my face! You think this is a game?
Wow, my voice sure sounds different there. I don't remember this being filmed.
Yeah, Mickey, is that your real voice when you is that your jail voice?
You can let the mouse out of the jail, but you can't take the jail out of the mouse. That's right, Robert. And I think...
Elmo, shut up! Shut up, Elmo!
They leave, the next family comes in. Get that camera out of my face! You think this is a game? This is how we're gonna do things! Biggie, Mob Deep, Bad Boy. I'm a self-made billionaire with a B! You know how much money I made during the pandemic? More than you'll make in your life! Why am I even down here talking to these clowns?
Wow.
Golly! I know this all sounds very outlandish, but this is the kind of stuff I would think about when I'm stuck at greeter spot, not smiling.
I guess you know what they say. You can take the mouse out of the jail, but you can't take the jail out of the mouse.